Welcome back to Once Upon a Weekend, your favorite weekend adventure channel. Please like and subscribe. In today's video, you will meet the team that brings you Once Upon a Weekend and the inspiration behind the channel. Next, we will preview upcoming content for our confirmed Walt Disney World weekend adventures for summer 2025. Then we'll share some details for videos we have planned from a Disney cruise and some Christmas adventures. Last, we will take a peek at the 2026 calendar and beyond with any trips and videos we have in the works.
Hey everyone, I'm Brian.
And I'm Laurie. Welcome to Once Upon a Weekend, your new favorite weekend travel channel.
We're probably not your typical travel YouTubers. We are both teachers and we've been married for 30 years.
Here we are on one of our first dates. The photo's a little grainy, but not too bad from being from the 1900s. And here we are celebrating our 25th. Can you guess where we are? Over the years, we've realized that what brings us the most joy is time together and the memories we create. Our children are grown now, but somehow that didn't make things easier or less hectic. Whether we are at home or on some adventure, we made the conscious decision to make our weekends count.
We live a few hours away from Disney World, so this has kind of turned into our sanctuary on the weekends. But that doesn't mean we spend a fortune every time.
Sometimes we pack and bring our own food. Other times we splurge on Dole Whips or once in a lifetime dining. It's all about balance.
Our 3 kids are grown now, and we've learned that this phase of our life, caring for aging parents and dealing with loss and figuring out who we are as empty nesters.
It's not always easy, but weekends, those are ours.
When we're not at Disney, you can find us training dogs, exploring somewhere new, or just being with each other after all these years.
We're not going to show you how to do Disney or travel the right way, because honestly, there is not one. We're just going to show you our way.
The budget way, the spontaneous way,
The let's see what happens way. We're going to explore and learn together. So we're not going to have perfectly planned itineraries.
we find magic in the everyday.
We're so glad you're here. Welcome to our channel.
Once upon a weekend.
It's the perfect time to hit like and subscribe.
All right, so let's talk about what you can expect, what we have planned coming up for this summer. So we do have a Memorial Day weekend trip planned, and it is at Swan Resort. So we're going to check that out, which is in the Epcot area. We also have a 3 Disney resorts in 3 days trip planned in June. We also have coming up in June a trip to Boardwalk Resort, and that we planned with on a budget, actually, didn't we?
A DVC.
Brian actually found it on a flash sale. What else do we have coming up?
And then we also have another DVC at the Polynesian Villas.
Yeah, we rented from the DVC rental store for Polynesian coming up, and our oldest child is going to join us on that one. That's the other thing, is most of the time when we travel, it's just us now, but sometimes we do travel with our family members. I travel with just my sister sometimes and my mom. Sometimes we'll travel, our children, even though they're grown, will sometimes come with us. So our oldest child is coming on that trip.
We'll be at the Riviera.
And our middle child and our son-in-law are joining us for that one. They're actually staying at Pop Century, so I'm going to be able to give you a grand tour of Pop Century. We're also we'll have the 3 Marriott resorts at Epcot. What else do we have coming up?
We have a cruise in November, I believe.
Yes, we have a cruise planned in November, our first cruise since 2019.
A long time.
It's either 2018 or 2019. We had one planned in 2020 going up the New England coast. We were so excited about it, and we were going to celebrate our anniversary, but we all know what happened in 2020, so we had to cancel that one, and we haven't cruised since, and we've really missed it.
And then sometime around Christmas, we have another Riviera resort around our anniversary.
There will be a girls' trip to International Festival of the Arts in January.
We'll be doing a weekend dog training in South Florida.
Yes.
We'll have some footage from there. And it will probably enable us to come to Disney for a day or something.
That would just be wonderful, wouldn't it? I do have one of my close friends or colleagues, one of my teacher friends has moved to St. Simon's, and I want to go visit her. I don't know that I'll be able to get to that. Another one of my colleagues moved to Colorado, and she now has 2 babies. She is coming to Atlanta soon. Her daughter's baptism, and I want to go see that. So maybe we'll be a trip to Atlanta.
That was just a small earthquake.
Our youngest child have a trip over to Savannah, so I may go with them on that. What else do we have? I don't know. You just never know. We spend a lot of time taking care of dogs and puppies. We're also pet owners, and I'm taking care of our house. Also, my father has passed away, but my mother is still living, so I do try to go visit her in the summer and see what jobs need to be done around the house, and and tidy those up. So I've got a couple of tasks that I want to do. I want to paint the dock out there and clean, pressure wash the house.
And we also love going to dog shows and different events. Like we went to a reptile show, we went to a dog show. There's horse riding shows and rodeos and those type of things that we could go to on the weekends, and kind of that's how we could spend our weekends instead of coming to Disney.
Yeah, and we won't always do just Disney, but it just so happens that in this phase of our life, we decided we always wanted to be annual pass holders, but because our kids, every time when they were little, every time they got a choice between on a vacation, they chose Disney every single time. Every single time. And we tried SeaWorld, we tried Universal, we went to the beach, we went to the mountains, we went camping, we did all kinds of travel.
We had a camper at one time we bought and used, and it worked a couple times, and then they chose Disney again and again.
Did have some planned as empty nesters to start doing some more camping. We may or may not get into that. So far, it has not panned out for us, but that is on our bucket list. I had my sister and I had a trip planned with my dad before he passed away to go on a train ride around the United States. We still aspire to do that, so we just don't know what's coming up. Also, our oldest child has some trips in mind planned, and he wants to go see the parts that made America. He's very patriotic and very into
history, historical events,
presidential history for sure. So he wants to go up. We made it to DC, but we did not make it past DC. So when the kids were little, we took a trip to DC, and that's some of the lessons I can share. I way over planned for these trips. So I had all these places to go, but we didn't make it to all of them. It's really difficult on holidays and with a family of 5, and you're driving yourself and trying to fill all of these things into 1 week.
Well, we also didn't have YouTube at the time, so there wasn't a lot of how to plan, see other events, how to get around trips, how to get around in a city, those type of things.
Well, I won't say we didn't have YouTube, but there wasn't these so precise where people walk you through and show you exactly how to do. Like, I wouldn't get on the metro because I had read in the metro in DC, because I had read that the doors open and close quickly, so if you have a larger party, you could get separated. And I just, too much anxiety trying to figure those things out, because I had already been to Chicago and New York and used the metro systems there, so I was a little nervous about standing there with a family of 5, feeling vulnerable, not knowing which direction to go and trying to figure things out. I wanted to be able to clearly picture in my mind where to go and which direction to go. I had read before when we went to Chicago, I felt like I knew it in my head, and then when we got there, we were so lost. I went down followed the directions, went straight down, but then it was not clear. There were so many people, and it was not clear which way to go. So I want to, if I can share something with someone to help alleviate that and make any apprehensions or anxiety that you have about travel, make it disappear. I want to share those things with you, what I know.
Yeah, and we've been to Disney so much, if you want to put in the comments of help how you want to get from point A to point B in Disney, we feel like we have a couple solutions for that and how to get around in Disney that makes your life a lot easier, especially carrying kids or not with kids.
We've done both. I've brought my mom down, and my dad came when he went. Well, twice when he was living. But I've had my mom and my dad with us before, and they have mobility issues. So I've traveled with other people, with friends who had mobility issues. So even that, I can give you tips on that. I have those experiences as well. We will always give you honest feedback and truth, and I can't tell, and there's never, even just telling you how to get from point A to point B or what's the best way, it really depends on what your travel needs are and who you have with you, and that I can't just say, oh, take the boat to this and then get on the monorail. I can't tell you that.
And it depends on what time of day.
Absolutely.
If you're going first thing in the morning, it's a whole different route than I would take if I was going at lunch.
Yeah, and also that brings up another good point. It would be like what kind of crowd level, what's the heat, what's the weather gonna be? Is it really hot? Sometimes it's cold here.
Yeah, what time of year? We've come here before and we wish we had long pants.
Yes.
We were freezing one time.
Yes.
How to get around in the rain and what you should do
True.
and not do, and those type of weather events, what you should do and not do in those events also. So.
Oh, and over the years, coming and being able to hit the pavement every day, and not your body not completely wear out, or you not, to protect your feet, to protect just your overall health, because you can get dehydrated. We've actually had one of our children ended up in the emergency room on our trip before from becoming dehydrated and didn't realize it.
And we've also had trips where we've had 7, 8 people with us.
Yes.
That you've had to navigate, and that's a whole nother ball game instead of 2 people.
So yes, and we've done trips where we brought complete budget, the cheapest we could find. We've had trips where we were staying off property. And we brought all of our food with us. We cooked every meal except for 2 planned eating out meals. We've done where it would be just Brian and I, but we've done where it's just Brian and I, and we ate out probably 3 times a day. It was not the best choice, but hey, YOLO, right? It was not, you only live once. It was not the best choice. But we don't necessarily recommend you do that, but we did it before.
Well, especially if you don't want to pack heavy or carry stuff, and it just kind of makes your life, especially if you're going on a weekend and you just want to get up and go.
Yeah.
And it just makes your life easier where you don't have to pack and carry a lot of stuff.
And that's one thing for me. I guess I grew up in the 80s, 70s, and 80s, and that's what my parents did. We packed a cooler, and we didn't stop for takeout very often. If we did, that counted as one of our planned special treats. So I naturally want to pack the cooler, which is another detail for us. So sometimes Brian is very spontaneous, and he'll say, check on the Marriott app and see if there's anything, you can find a deal, or check the Disney app, see if you can find a deal, and let's go this weekend. And then I'm like, I don't have enough time. I'm stressed. I'm starting to feel stress or anxiety because I don't have enough time to go grocery shopping and pack the cooler. And that's how that came about. He's like, just throw some things in the car. Let's go. We'll eat out. And we did that. It was fun.
Yeah, it's totally different than planning or trying to get a script for something. You just go and play it by ear, and had no reservations or anything.
Obviously that's not very sustainable or doable for often or for a longer trip. So you won't find us doing that too often, but we probably will do that and show you what it's like.
We've had the family dining plan at Disney before. We've done that. We've done several different things that we could definitely help answer questions for.
Yeah, and we can share our experiences with you. We can't tell you what's right for you, but we can share our experiences and you can decide if what's right for you. All right, so if you have not already, please join us on this adventure. We'd greatly appreciate if you would like and subscribe, turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of our content, and leave us a comment so we'll know what you guys want to see next and what you think.
See you on the weekend.